sink your chompers into this, I think it is the best bite that I've ever had when it comes to a burger. So you're a burger lover. Me too. I tell you what, there's nothing better than sinking your teeth into the perfect burger, and that's exactly what I'm gonna show you how to make. There's a couple of secrets to it. Firstly, dry age grind, right? You want minced beef or ground beef that has a little dry age to it. That gives you a beautiful, beautiful flavor. Secondly, you've got to choose a great cheese. I've actually got Raclette here, which is a French cheese. It's a beautiful melting cheese. Tomatoes, lettuce, pickles, all of that stuff. And then for the sauce, I'm doing something a bit different. I've got mayonnaise, but I'm actually gonna blend some chipotle and a little kimchi. Kimchi is one of my favorite things in the world. It works so good in a burger. All right, let me show you how to construct the best burger of your life. Firstly, you've got to choose a good bun. So I've got a few. Brioche is very, very popular. For me, it's just a tiny bit too rich. My favorite is a milk bread, but here's what you have to do. This is a non-negotiable. Take some butter, spread that across the top, and we're gonna grill those buns just like this in a nice hot pan. That way they get nice and crisp, beautiful and soft. Once they're caramelized and golden brown, that's it, they're ready to go. Next, we're gonna actually make our sauce. Into our little blender here, I have some kimchi. Have a smell of that. Oh, it's super funky. Of course, it's fermented cabbage with gochujang, that chili, which is fantastic. A little bit of chipotle, another type of chili. I put some pickles. I'm gonna stick the lid on, give it a quick chop. This is kind of that perfect combination of that funky cabbage in the way of kimchi, the spice from the chipotle, which has a warming sort of a smoky spice, and then of course, the brightness from the pickles. So just give that a quick little chop, and then go ahead and dump in your mayo. On she goes. Give it a little shake. So see what we've done? That's from that little bit of chipotle. But I tell you what, look at that. Oh yeah, fantastic. All right, now if you're looking at my pot here beside me and thinking it's getting a bit smoky and hot, you're right. You want to get your pan really red hot before you cook your burger. Listen to this. Hear that crispiness? That's what you need. It also gives you a nice structure because a burger can collapse in your hands, right, if it's too soft. Next, my dry aged ground beef, right? I'm gonna literally take a pound of that, cut it into about a quarter, get a piece of parchment paper, just like that. Take that piece of beef, kind of just compress it ever so slightly, stick it on your parchment, grab yourself another piece of parchment, get the bottom of a tray and just squash it down. Put some weight on it and get it nice and thin, right? That's the key to a good smash burger. Don't forget, when you cook beef, especially ground beef, it shrinks while it cooks, right? It comes back together. So you do have to start with something much bigger than you anticipate ending with. You can see what we've done, right? Perfection. Get your pan red hot, I mean ripping. Now, if you're outside on a barbecue or a grill, make sure you crank that up really high. The thinner the piece of protein, the harder and faster you have to cook it, because otherwise you won't get that lovely caramelization that we're looking for. We want to season it, a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper. Okay, look at that pan now. It is smoking, just like my wife. You ready? Get yourself a grill press. Now, this is made out of cast iron, so it's nice and heavy, right? You ready for this? 1, 2, 3. In it goes. Take off that parchment paper. If you've got a nice heavy grill press like this, drop it on. And you can hear it, right? That sizzle that you get is actually forcing that protein into that hot pan. Look at that smoke. This is what you want, because it means you're getting that char, that lovely caramelization that you want. All right, we don't have long. Let's start building our burger. We take a generous amount of that beautiful burger sauce that we made and lather it onto both sides of our bun. All right, that's the first step. All right, so we lift up our grill press, put it to one side, and flip that baby. Oh yes. Before we go any further, get a little bit of caramelized onion. Now you can turn down the heat. I spread it. Grab yourself a big old slice of that raclette cheese, maybe 1.5. And then you pop the lid on. Oh, That cheese is gonna melt and it's done. You wanna cook a burger all the way through. I know it's controversial. Some people wanna serve it medium rare. I don't. I want it thin and I want it cooked through. That char, that crispy caramelization, that's what makes a burger special. Onto our plate, we put the bottom. I always start with the lettuce because as the juice of the meat comes over, is going to actually moisten that up. It's going to stop your bun from getting soggy. You want a slice or two of tomato. You want a few pickles. Our cheese is melting. Don't forget, I'm using Raclette. It's a beautiful French cheese and it melts really nicely. But the only way you make it better than perfectly melted is if you char it, right? So let's lift the lid. I know you've got one of these laying around the house. You can always stick it under the broiler. Get in and char that cheese. Okay, our burger is done. Let's go ahead and lift that up. Pick it up, bring it on over. You want the meat just hanging out ever so slightly from the bun, in my humble opinion. You want to be generous with that beautiful sauce that we made together. If there's a better burger out there, I want you to send it to me, because I tell you what, when you sink your chompers into this, I think it is the best bite that I've ever had when it comes to a burger. Okay, the moment of truth. Yes. Oh yeah, it's so good. I'm gonna cut it in half for you. Firstly, look at this. You see the crunch from the lettuce and the tomato, that rich and freshness. These little pieces of those burnt, highly caramelized pieces of meat with that raclette cheese and that beautiful sauce. Oh man, if you're as happy as I am when you have a bite of this. Best burger ever.
And thanks for watching. Now, I hope you enjoyed it and I hope you want more, because I've got plenty to give you. All you have to do is subscribe.